Hello everyone, welcome to the daily MCQ series. The first question for today is, with reference to North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, consider the following statements. Statement 1. It is a political and military alliance established by the North Atlantic Treaty. Statement 2. Its headquarters is in Brussels, Belgium. Statement 3. The Warsaw Pact signed to counter NATO was a collective defense treaty signed between the Soviet Union and 7 other Eastern Bloc Socialist republics of Central and Eastern Europe in May 1955. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 2 and 3 only. Option B, 1 and 2 only. Option C, 1 and 3 only. Option D, 1, 2 and 3. The right answer is option D, which is 1, 2 and 3. NATO countries are ramping up production of artillery munitions as Ukraine is burning through shells much faster than the West can make them. The alliance said on Wednesday amid pledges to deliver 48 Leopard 2 tanks to Kyiv. About NATO and Warsaw Pact, North Atlantic Treaty Organization, NATO, is a political and military alliance established by the North Atlantic Treaty or Washington Treaty. Headquarters of NATO is in Brussels, Belgium. The Warsaw Pact was established as a balance of power, a counterweight to NATO. The Warsaw Pact was a collective defense treaty signed between the Soviet Union and 7 other Eastern Bloc Socialist republics of Central and Eastern Europe in May 1955. Moving to the next question, question number 2. Which of the following is left bank tributaries of Yamuna? Chambal, Gomti, Kosi, Ghagra, Gandaki, Hindon. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 1, 2 and 3. Option B, 4 and 6 only. Option C, 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. Option D, all of the above. The right answer is option C, which is 2, 3, 4, 5 and 6. To prevent encroachment on Yamuna floodplains, Lieutenant Governor Vicky Saxena inducted a company of the Territorial Army to ensure the areas on the river's floodplains that have been cleaned up are not encroached upon. The Territorial Army, provided by the National Mission for Clean Ganga, will take over operations. About Yamuna, Yamunotri, which is north of Haridwar in the Himalayan mountains, is the source of Yamuna. The river Yamuna, a major tributary of river Ganges, originates from the Yamunotri Glacier near Bandarpunj peaks in the Mussoorie range of the lower Himalayas at an elevation of about 6,387 meters above main sea level in district Uttarkashi. The left tributaries are Gomti, Ghagra, Gandaki, Kosi and Hindon. The right bank tributaries are Chambal, Betwa, Kin and Sindh. Moving to the next question, question number 3. Consider the following statements. Statement 1. Adi Mahotsav is a joint initiative of Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India and Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, TRIFED. Statement 2. This Mahotsav will identify food and forest producers which can be processed, value-added and marketed under the One Dhan scheme. Which of the statements given above is or are correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, both 1 and 2. Option D, neither 1 nor 2. The right answer is option C, which is both 1 and 2. Prime Minister Narendra Modi inaugurated the TRIFED's Adi Mahotsav Tribal Festival in New Delhi and said that the coming together of the diverse tribal cultures of India at such an event was giving new heights to unity in diversity. About Adi Mahotsav, the Adi Mahotsav is a 9-day tribal festival and joint initiative of Ministry of Tribal Affairs, Government of India and Tribal Cooperative Marketing Development Federation of India, TRIFED. This Mahotsav will identify food and forest producers which can be processed, value-added and marketed under the One Dhan scheme. This year, the festival began on 16th February and will end on 27th February 2023. Moving to the next question, question number 4. With reference to GST Council, consider the following statements. Statement 1. Article 246A of the Constitution gives both Parliament and the state legislatures simultaneous power to legislate on GST. Statement 2. The recommendations made by the GST Council are binding. Statement 3. The GST has incorporated indirect taxes like excise duty, value-added tax, service tax, luxury tax, etc. Which of the statement given above is or are not correct? Option A, 1 only. Option B, 2 only. Option C, 3 only. Option D, none. The right answer is option B, which is 2 only. The centre will consider and then place industries' demand to shift the GST levy on purchase of scrap metal to reverse charge mechanism before the GST Council in view of the operational difficulties and legal disputes arising by non-compliance by informal sector scrap dealers who often fail. The centre will consider and then place industries' demand to shift the GST levy on purchase of scrap metal to a reverse charge mechanism before the GST Council in view of the operational difficulties and legal disputes arising from non-compliance by informal sector scrap dealers who often fail to deposit tax collected from buyers. About GST Council, as per Article 279A(1) of the amended Constitution, the GST Council has to be constituted by the President within 60 days of the commencement of Article 279A. The notification for bringing into force Article 279A with effect from 12 September 2016 was issued on 10 September 2016. Article 246A of the Constitution gives both Parliament and state legislatures simultaneous power to legislate on GST. The Supreme Court has ruled that the recommendations made by the GST Council are not binding. The GST has incorporated indirect taxes like excise duty, value-added tax, service tax, luxury tax, etc. The GST Council, which will be a joint forum of the centre and the states, shall consist of the following members: Union Finance Minister, Chairperson; the Union Minister of State in charge of Revenue Finance, Member; the Minister in charge of Finance or Taxation, or any other minister nominated by each state government. Moving to the next question. Question number 5. Which of the following schedules have provision for the anti-defection law which was inserted by the 52nd Amendment 1985 to the Constitution? Option A, 8th Schedule. Option B, 10th Schedule. Option C, 7th Schedule. Option D, 2nd Schedule. The right answer is option B, which is 10th Schedule. The Samajwadi Party, the principal opposition party in Uttar Pradesh, questioned the prompt disqualification of its MLA Abdullah Azam by the Legislative Assembly. About 10th Schedule. The 10th Schedule to the Indian Constitution, that is popularly referred to as the Anti-Defection Law, was inserted in the Constitution in 1985 by the 52nd Amendment Act. It lays down the process by which legislators may be disqualified on grounds of defection by the presiding officer based on a petition by any other member of the House. The decision on the question to disqualification on ground of defection is referred to the presiding officer of the House and his decision is final. Moving to the next question and the last, question number 6. The IUCN status of the species is vulnerable and it has been kept in Schedule 1 of Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. It is distributed across the mountainous landscape of Central Asia. Its scientific name is Panthera anchia. Which of the following species has the given characteristic? Option A, snow leopard. Option B, red sandals. Option C, Asiatic wild dog. Option D, hornbills. The right answer is option A, which is snow leopard. A snow leopard has been sighted for the first time at a height of about 11,120 feet in the Dharma Valley in Uttarakhand's Pithoragarh district. About snow leopard, its scientific name is Panthera anchia. It is among the top predator of an ecosystem. Snow leopards act as an indicator of the health of the mountain ecosystem in which they live due to their position as the top predator in the food web. It is listed in Schedule 1 of the Indian Wildlife Protection Act 1972. The IUCN status of snow leopard is vulnerable. So that was for today. Let's meet tomorrow again with many more MCQs. Thank you.
Don't forget to like, share and subscribe to our channel and press the bell icon to never miss an update.